I bought my RST GTCE levers about a year and a half ago, but I actually didn't realise until fairly recently that the trousers were way too big for me. When I first started riding, I liked that the trousers were super comfortable, and I thought that was how leather was supposed to fit. But when I found out that leather was actually supposed to fit you quite snug and act like a second skin, I realised that these trousers were way too big. So I met up with New Biker and we took a ride up to Hideout Leather based out in Essex. They're a leather bike gear manufacturer and they've been doing their thing for quite a few decades now. We took the scenic route and it was about an hour and a half ride. I'm not quite sure why we chose to do this because the weather was terrible and I got completely soaked going through this puddle, but I think we had good fun anyway. I found out that my waterproof over trousers aren't working very well anymore, so I bought some new ones to replace them after this ride. Noob arrived pretty dry, but I was a little bit chillier. At Hideout, I got measured up. In my email to them, I'd said that the trousers were about an inch too long and maybe about an inch too big around the waist. But actually, when the people at Hideout looked at them, we found that they were a good 3 or 4 inches too long, way too baggy around the thighs, and the waist was a little bit bigger than I thought too. Hideout measure you when you're standing up and when you're sitting on this bike replica thing, so that they can check the gear's going to fit properly when you're on the bike too. One last adjustment I wanted them to make was to add some white striped leather to the trousers so they could match up with the white flashes that are on the jacket. They quoted me £300 for the work and told me that it would take about 3 weeks to do. I did spend some time thinking about what I should do since this was more than double what I paid for the trousers themselves, and it was quite a bit more than what I expected to pay. My options were pretty much to spend the £300 on a new pair of trousers instead, get these ones altered, or get a brand new set made to measure from scratch. I didn't really want to buy new trousers since they probably still wouldn't fit properly off the peg, so I'd still be in the same position. A made to measure pair from Hideout started at just over £600 or so this was going to be quite an expensive option. In the end, I decided to get my RST ones altered since they matched the jacket, they're good quality, and I wanted to keep them. I didn't get a quote from any other shops, and I might have been able to get the work done a little bit cheaper if I did. But a lot of the time you're paying for better quality and expertise, and I trusted that Hideout would do a good job. It actually took closer to 4 weeks for the trousers to be ready. This time I took the quick route up the motorway to go and collect them. I was so happy when I saw them. The white stripes look amazing, and you can barely tell that these aren't straight out of the factory. They've done an amazing job here and you can tell the quality by just looking at them. I was actually a bit worried when I first wore them because they were super tight and they restricted my movement by quite a bit. On the way home from Hideout, I worried that I'd made a mistake and maybe I should have just left them how they were, and I even got a cramp in my left leg at one point. But after 2 or 3 rides with these on, they've stretched a little and now they really do fit like a second skin. The zip between the jacket and trousers still works perfectly too, which is great. I love wearing them and I'm really happy with how they look. Now I just have to wait until it's spring so that I can wear them on every single ride. Safe riding, and I'll see you guys in the next one.